Welcome back. I'm Angie Garza, Director of Professional Learning and Educational Services at ROE 47, serving Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. And we are so happy to be back here for another Thursday edition of our Teacher Talk in our 2021-22 school year. If you are just joining us on Facebook, or perhaps if you've watched a few of our previous episodes to kick off the school year, you will know that we are busy welcoming our families, our communities, our educators back to school and celebrating and previewing some of our wonderful, innovative new programs and services, as well as some of our educator friends who are headed back to the classroom. And so I am joined, as always, in these fabulous Thursday conversations by my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus. Good morning, Ms. Stacy. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, Angie. I'm excited to share this new program or kind of review because we have talked about it before, but there's definitely a buzz at the office because we have a lot of people working really hard to launch some really good stuff to community, family, schools. So I'm excited to talk about it this morning.
Stacy, I'm genuinely excited as well. We have a lot of enthusiasm for all of the things that we do at the office, but you are so right in saying that this program that we're going to talk about today, IRIS, is one that is engaging community organizations, school districts, and partnerships across our 3-county service area. And so there is indeed quite a bit of buzz going on at the office. And you also mentioned people who are working really hard. And we are so fortunate to have 2 of our friends on the call with us today who are doing that really hard work and heavy lifting. I would like to take a moment and introduce you and welcome this morning Ms. Lois Meisenheimer. Lois is our Director of Early Childhood Home Visiting at the office. Lois, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And we would also like to welcome this morning, joining us for our Teacher Talk, Ms. Diana Meridian. Diana wears many hats at our office. She joined us last week in talking about Nexus. She is our Nexus program coordinator, but she also does a lot of work with IRIS in addition to our early learning programming. So good morning, Diana. Welcome.
Good morning, Angie. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I was going to tell you, long time no see. Well, we will get right into things this morning, and we are excited to share some updates. Stacy mentioned that last year, in fact, it was last spring, we were here on our very own Teacher Talk talking about this new program, this new concept, this new referral system called IRIS. So today we are really interested in finding out what the status of that program is and how we are prepared to use this exciting new resource tool collaboration in the coming school year. And so, Lois, I'm going to start with you this morning. Last spring, we did talk about IRIS, but for those of our listeners who perhaps weren't able to watch that Teacher Talk or maybe need a reminder, can you tell us a little bit about IRIS and how it came to be? And I'm also curious if you can remind us about why we need this comprehensive referral system in our communities.
So IRIS stands for Integrated Referral and Intake System. And the IRIS project was brought to our area through a grant from the Governor's Office of Early Childhood to the home visiting partners who are a part of our STARS Early Childhood Coalition. So the early childhood home visiting partners are Parents as Teachers First Years through the Regional Office of Education, Healthy Families Illinois through Sinisippi Centers, and Early Head Start through Tri-County Opportunities Council. So we were contacted, the STARS Coalition was contacted by the Governor's Office and asked if we would be interested in pursuing, exploring the option of applying for this project. Because they are rolling out this system across the state, and they realized that our area could use this benefit And so when we started exploring, clearly it would be beneficial to the area. So our goal is to use this system to connect families to community resources, facilitate partnerships between the providers, streamline communications around referrals, and then close that communication loop between the participating organizations about those referrals. Because previously so for example, my program, Parents as Teachers First Years, we would make a referral for a family to an organization, and we would never, unless the family told us, never know what the status of that referral was. In this system, we can make a referral, and then it sends the data to us that the referring source has contacted the family, they have enrolled in this program, or they did not enroll in the program. There are lots of options that the referring organization can document. And then it gives us a better idea of, are we being effective in our referrals? Are we connecting the families with the services they need? If we're making the referrals, why are they not engaging with them? What's going on with the status of those? And we just wanted a way to connect families more effectively, efficiently, and then we also have the data to back up what we are doing.
It does. Lois, as you were sharing, I had kind of this, and I've been a part of these conversations with the two of you for quite a while now. And I think I just had this moment where something just re-clicked in my brain. I tend to think of Iris as just that, which is wonderful and so needed in our communities as far as a referral system and making sure we have those warm handoffs. But you are so right when you talk about that data that we're going to get. I don't think we've ever had in our community a way of collecting this kind of real-time data so we can kind of collaboratively get back together and say, how are we doing? How are we as a community going to respond to some of these needs or some of these challenges and barriers in our communities, and do some real collective problem solving? So how are the partnering organizations? Are they as excited to have this shared conversation as we are?
I think so. The goal was to initially start with just the 3 home visiting partners, and we could not get some partners on fast enough. I mean, other than the 3 home visiting partners. I know that the hospitals reached out, and once they heard about the process, were thrilled and wanted involved immediately. We've got the health departments involved, school districts, as well as all kinds of smaller community agencies. We currently have 25 signed memorandums of understanding returned, and that doesn't sound like a lot, except for keep in mind that we launched 2 weeks ago. So 25 in the first 2 weeks is amazing. We also have 27 other agencies that we have sent the memorandums out to as an outreach. Some I know will come back, some will have to do some education about the system further of those 27. And then we have also identified about 98 other programs that we know of that might be interested. And that's just the ones that we know of. So I'm sure as time progresses and we get to know like the far reaches of our area that we don't know as well, there other agencies will come to the front that want to be involved.
Tons of information, Lois. Diana, I'm going to shoot it over to you for a second. Will you tell us a little bit about the programs that are within the ROE 47 that are going to be using Iris?
Yes, so we have a few different programs that will be using Iris with just in our own organization. If an organization is a little bit larger and a little bit more diverse than what you work with, you can have different kind of cards that will be for each program so that you can kind of keep that streamlined. So within our organization specifically, we have our Nexus program, our Parents as Teachers First Years program, our GED, which is our Education Outreach program. We also have our Center for Change, our C4C Alternative Placement School, our Truancy program, and our homeless program within our region. And so we're really excited to be able to kind of launch this just even in our own organization, because it'll be a quick and easy way that we can kind of communicate with each other and communicate out within the community.
Diana, if I am listening to this teacher talk, I'm interested in using the referral system or just interested in more information about IRIS, who do I need to contact to learn more about this great community program?
So you can either reach out to either Lois or myself. We have our contact information, which is on our website. We have a whole bunch of information about IRIS on our website, also on our app. And you can, look at those. You can contact us. The training and the system is very user friendly. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to train somebody to get, up and running. So if you have new staff, you can quickly get them up and running. And so we're really excited about it. The data that comes out of this program is just amazing. If it's anybody who's trying to do any grant funding, trying to bring more services to our area. And so we are just so excited to be one of the programs within this pilot. There were 4 chosen all throughout the state. And we're just very excited to see how this is coming together for our community. And, we hope that it'll expand even further as more conversations are happening about early childhood, and just how we can kind of bridge those gaps and get families connected to services, and then get those community agencies full so that they could then potentially write for more funding to grow their own programs.
Diana, Lois, thank you so much for the information on IRIS this morning. We know that this is going to be an incredible tool for all of our community partners in the Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside County service area. I can't wait to see, as we continue to progress through this school year, not only the number of partners, but the number of families that we are connecting to services in a really kind of comprehensive and coordinated fashion. So thank you for all of your hard work on that. Facebook friends, if you are out there listening and you would like more information about the IRIS program, head on over to our website at www.roe47.org, or please feel free to reach out to Diana or Lois. Their contact information is included in this post. So on behalf of my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus, my other friends and colleagues, Ms. Diana Meridian and Lois Meisenheimer, I would like to say thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Teacher Talk. We look forward to seeing you back here next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel, for another edition of Teacher Talk.